professional purpose or something like that. I don't know. And that was it. So, I was fine. I mean, like in New York State, the law is that that people generally are employed at will, meaning that you can fire your employee for any reason or for no reason whatsoever, unless you can prove that you were fired for any legal reason. For example, if they choose to fire all the Jews or all the blacks or what have you, that would be a problem. But otherwise, you have every right to fire your workers just for no reason at all. So,
and how has the loss of your job affected you and your family and your ability to hold on to your home?
Well, basically, what it has been is that my income during this past 9 months has been much, much smaller than it would have been otherwise. And I have been having to, use, my savings and stuff like that to try and pay our expenses. And so far, I mean, therefore, we've been able to maintain our standard of living. However, the question is how we will continue to pay all of our bills until I am able to find employment again, is very questionable. That's what it boils down to. There is, very definitely the possibility that we will have to foreclose on our home, as I'm sure you realize many people are doing at this point in time. I think the statistics are something like what we have, like about 10% unemployment. I believe that I forget what the statistics are, I think about 12% of homes in the United States are either in foreclosure or the homeowner is like behind schedule in his mortgage payments.
Yeah.
So it's something which is very common, and I'm working with my banks to try to get a loan modification and so forth. And I am also working to get training into some sort of new career where I'll be able to find employment. There are no programming jobs, as far as I know, really, in the New York area right now. I mean, I have several acquaintances who are also unemployed programmers, and the market is dead at this point in time. Of course, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have President Obama there, and,
yeah, just a second.
But maybe he'll save us, But yeah.
Hang on. How long did you have this particular job for?
I was working at Emblem Health for almost 15 years. It used to be called GHI, Group Health Incorporated. Then it merged with another company. A few years ago, it became then Emblem Health. But I was working at the same location, actually, the same employer, for 15 years almost. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm sorry, just because of time purposes.
No, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, looking back on your relationship with this particular blogger and your various posts and challenges back and forth, do you think there was anything that you might have done wrong that precipitated, what sounds like a very devastating job loss?
Well, actually, no. I mean, to tell you the honest truth, I mean, my personal take on this is that, I'm happy that, if it was, destined, so to speak, for me to lose my job, I'm happy that it came about as a result of my attempting to teach Torah and to help people, rather than losing my job merely as a result of the stock market crashing, the real estate market crashing, and so on and so forth, as so many of my friends and neighbors have. You know what I'm saying? So that's like how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Is that I hope I'm probably running over time. There's a story about Rabbi Akiva, who went to prison for teaching Torah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when he was in prison, so he met someone else who also was in prison for some other sort of reason, some other Jewish man whom he knew, and this other man told him, look, Rabbi Kiva, both you and I are in prison. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting thrown in prison because of, I don't know, some financial dealings or something, but, and the Romans arrested me. You are fortunate. You've been thrown in prison because you were teaching Torah in public, and that's what your problem was. So, that's my personal opinion. I feel that, if I could go back, and do it again, I would do it again, you know what I'm saying? And, I feel that, it's entirely possible that in the future I will be, I might be physically attacked. I might be assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Because of certain things that I've written. And frankly, I just don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? I am going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to say what I think is the truth. You know what I'm saying? And if that means that I'm going to sacrifice my life, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I believe in, certain things. I am willing to sacrifice my life for it.
Okay,
so...
Hang on, I'm sorry. Just because of time, let me just follow up.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
So when I'm looking at a comment that you left here, and you leave a comment that says, "Another fat whore, big deal." Is that type of comment? Do you think that's teaching Torah, or do you think that's a good representative for Orthodox Judaism?
Well, I'll tell you. So I'm saying what I actually think is that this was kind of in relationship to, that post there is like linking with, an interview that she gave you, know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right. So, in any case, in that interview, she makes, certain statements about how she feels about Judaism and so forth. Those are statements which, I find to be extremely offensive. And again, as I mentioned to you, you know what I'm saying, this has been my practice, throughout my blogging, to go to these sorts of blogs, make my comments, express my feelings, both as a means of pointing out that, I vehemently disagree with certain people, and additionally as a way of people being able to find my blog and, see what I have to say about things, you know what I'm saying? So, I wrote, I wouldn't take it back. You know what I'm saying? That I wasn't drunk or something or what have you, you know what I'm saying, or in a fit of rage or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I write these things, you know what I'm saying, with a definite calculation, and I would not by any means want to delete them, erase them, take them back, apologize, or anything else, you know what I'm saying? I think it's completely accurate, you know what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. That's how I feel anyway. But again, anyone wants to comment on my blog, anonymously or not anonymously, I'm happy to hear from you. You know what I mean? And you can call me whatever you want to. You know what I mean? But I do get a few names, thrown out there to me as well. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So is there anything else?
Yeah. Has there been anything that's been said online that has hurt your feelings?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like at my age, I'm going to be 50 next month. I think that I'm pretty thick-skinned. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I'm what do you say?